you have coins, you have gold, but gold is not wealth. Wealth is the services that people will provide to the community. Wealth is talent. The people who has talent, they will create wealth with their art, with their work, with their investment. That's what really wealth is. So we need to promote the talent and the people, and that will bring real wealth.
Welcome to AlgoHQ. I am Karel here with Bilal, the creator of Fame. Welcome, Bilal, to AlgoHQ.
Hi, how are you?
Great. You?
Good. Good to talk to you.
Good. Yes, you too. You have been an important figure in the Algorand community for at least a few months. You created a project called Fame, which, I'm going to let you explain it. Can you explain the idea and the concept of the Fame token?
Wow. At the beginning, I just wanted to reward the people that try to build a community around good values. Because I found out we have so many friendly and very interesting people doing amazing research, digging articles about Algorand, and really understanding the tech and really caring about the whole ecosystem. But they were posting all these posts on Twitter, and I did that for 2 years since the beginning. But I just thought it would be nice just to have a symbolic token to reward the people. That was my first thought. And then I created it. And at the beginning, when I created it, I thought, oh, let's make it like the crypto I would like to find in the market, because we have been scammed so much with even SafeMoon recently, but XRP, with this coin with thousands of zero from each side of the comma, you have zeros everywhere. I said, okay, let's keep it to 2 decimals and let's make only 10,000.
Yeah.
And at the time, there was only 1,000 active members, approximately. And I thought, okay, we have 10,000. We have 1,000 active members. I do 10,000. I give them 10 each. That's it.
You mean active members on Twitter? People you were noticing?
Yeah, approximately, yeah.
Yeah, you were just kind of guessing, okay, there's probably around 1,000 people.
Yeah, just very
But then when you did the Fame token drop, they ran out quick. And that's when I learned about you, because I was tuned into the Algorand Twitter, reading up on news and, going to the hashtag or hashtag algo and found your thing. And then at first I was like, Fame coin, Then you started posting more. Oh, there's only 8,000 left, 7, 6. I was like, wait, I don't know what this is, but this is the first, okay. It was the first ASA kind of thing like that I had noticed. And that's why I think it's cool. Now there's a whole bunch of random ASAs that everyone's trying to give to everybody else. And who knows what those are really for. But, the thing about Fame is that it's just different. And so you describe it as an ethical crypto. And so can you elaborate more on that?
So at the beginning, it was just to reward people.
Yeah.
And then the Algorand top team really came to support me straight away. And they verified the token. And I started to talk with the team. And then I said, oh, it's getting serious now. And then I saw the people, because I was doing some mistakes, sometimes because I had so many transactions to do, because I sent 700 transactions, of 10 Fame, And I did some mistake, and I remember some guys, I gave them twice by mistake. And then they send them back to me. And I thought, wow, that's amazing. The people are so nice. They just send back the transaction. And then I thought, yeah, that's the kind of inspiration, to bring values and ethics in the crypto community, because, crypto has been linked historically to criminals, using Bitcoin in the dark web, etc. So crypto in general has such a bad perception in the general public.
Yeah.
So I thought we need like a crypto that is the opposite of the bad history of Bitcoin.
Mm.
And I thought I won't change anything in the crypto world, but let's do it the right way ourselves in our small community because we
Mm-hmm.
are so small. That's why I call them the pioneers.
Mm.
We are so small. And I thought, yeah, let's do a good one, like a one that will go for the generous people, like
Yeah.
not just the speculators that just talk about the price all the time.
Yes.
I think it's very uninteresting to talk about the price because all cryptos are all correlated to BTC anyway. And I thought it's better to focus on interesting things and we can have conversation while we all grow, while the price of algo grows.
Yeah.
So
So,
generosity and creativity were my two focus. And
mm-hmm.
yeah.
So before I ask you a little bit about how people earn and use fame and what its real purpose is in the ecosystem besides recognition, because there's deeper layers to it that we'll get into. I
Mhm.
want to ask, why did you choose the name Fame? Because a lot of if I can elaborate, a lot of people consider fame to be corrupting. So,
Yeah,
but that's not the vibe I get from your project. So can
I
you
can tell
explain
you
why
the
you
whole
chose the name
story.
Fame? Yeah, can you explain why you chose the name Fame when some people think fame can get to some people's heads?
Exactly, yeah. The thing is that at the beginning it was the algo fam because we used the ticker algo fam, like family, algo fam token.
Yes.
And then, the name of the token on the ledger is like algo fam token. And then when I had to choose the ticker for the token, I thought, oh, fam, FAM, it's okay, but and then I thought I was also like thinking, let's making a little bit more fun, like just. And I thought we add the E and it makes it fame. But then I also thought about like fame is not given to the right people generally. Like famous people are not the most interesting people. So
Mm.
what if we do the opposite? We give it to the very deserving people that are not famous.
Yeah.
So to give fame is also to reward the people that should be famous,
Mm.
but they are not, because generally nice people don't look to be famous.
Mm.
And creative people, like we have so many young artists and amazing artists on Twitter sharing and creating, but no one is famous. Why? Being famous just because you're rich to me is like sounds stupid. And I wanted to reverse that a little bit by bringing fame to the right people, right
Mm.
persons. So
So
that's the
to create an organic way to show recognition and like a positive status in the Algorand
exactly,
community, not just status of
exactly,
wealth or status of how much influence you hold, but how much you've
exactly,
contributed.
exactly. To bring like to focus on two main values, creativity and generosity.
Mm.
Because the very beginning, to be honest, it was like I I talked to Kelly and I told her from Algorand and I told her I would love to make a party in Dubai in 2013, 30,
Mm.
2030, 2030 or 2025. And let's do it. Let's organize it and around the launch of Algorand. And I keep thinking about it and I thought, but who will be there? If it's only rich guy that got rich with like trading, they won't be interesting and the party won't be interesting. I want to be there with someone that has something to teach me, like a creative, an artist, every type of art, a musician, a painter, a drawer, a poet, a writer, a dancer, or with someone with a big heart that I can learn from, that
Mm.
will make me a better person, like a
Mm.
generous people.
Mm.
That's why I focus on those two values. Who would you like to sit with for 2 hours to have a conversation or to have like a party?
Yeah.
Like, I like artists and I like nice people. So
Yeah.
let's reward the people that we like, that
It, it,
deserve
it-
fame.
so
It's easy to lose focus on values when you get rich because you think you can buy everything.
yeah, and
That's
you
why the first word of fame was you can buy 9,090 like 999 token, but you cannot buy fame. And I loved it that no one could buy it.
yeah. So tell us a bit about how you got into crypto, and then what brought you to Algorand to be the project that you started building upon.
Well, crypto, I learned about Bitcoin a long time ago, but I didn't really like care or get involved. And then I came back when I was in Australia. I came back from I was there 4 years in Australia, teaching there in the French school. And I started to get interested in macroeconomics and investment trading. And then I discovered crypto there like 3 years ago, around 3 years ago. And I started like being interested in like XRP at the beginning. Like now it makes me laugh. Like XRP, and then I thought I started to see like the problem with the token distribution that was obviously a scam. Like they are in court. There is a reason for that. And then so I took up my money and I went to check like the market, and I just studied the 100 crypto first 100, just comparing, reading the white papers and really digging deep into every one of them. And I found out that VeChain, like it was 2 years ago, VeChain and Algorand were my two top projects.
Mm-hmm.
So I invested how 50% VeChain, 50% Algorand.
Yeah.
And the more I learned about Algorand, the more I said, whoa, this is much bigger than what I thought. Every month, like, and learning and the development of the Algorand project and the improvements, the updates of the ledger, which is amazing. Like they really updated the whole blockchain. And I thought, yeah, I will go 100% on like mostly on Algorand and yeah.
So it was an investment that then became something more because you realized that there was a community. Yes.
There was no community, to be honest. Like there was, I invested, but the community was just about the price. And it's fun, but after 1 year talking about the price, you discover that talking about the price is meaningless because we are all correlated to BTC and we fall and go up with BTC, like what happened last week.
Yep.
So we have to, I don't want to go on Twitter to read and to write the same stuff as usual about the price. And like, so
And
I
the
thought
fact
we
is,
need to bring something like values and ideas and creativity.
yeah. And the fact is that most people on Twitter, if you're a Twitter trader, I would say 95% of people have no idea what they're talking about. And they're
Yeah.
basically just guessing. And then, if they're right, they seem like a genius. If they're wrong, you just delete the tweet. The culture of trading Twitter is too subjective and selective. And it really just is mostly confirmation bias. So I think it's really you coming in, starting a token that doesn't have value um, is pretty cool. So how many, you said there are 10,000 fame tokens.
Mm.
But I want to
Okay.
ask you about the earlier ASA that you did on Algorand, which you told me about, which was connected to a job you had. And so can you go into a little detail about that?
Yeah, sure. It wasn't a job. I started teaching philosophy in 2007, and I was living in Paris, and I thought, yeah, because yeah, I started teaching philosophy. When I started teaching, I thought half of my time in high school, like year 12 students, because in France it's mandatory to have philosophy in year 12, and half of it was in prison. I started teaching philosophy in prison to adults. And one like I did that for 7 years. I was teaching philosophy to adults for 7 years in 3 prisons around Paris. And one of them came to me one day and said, yeah, where can I follow your classes outside when I go out? Because I'm going to be free next week or next month. And I told him, I'm sorry, I don't teach for adults outside. And then I thought, yeah, that's a good idea, actually. So I started my classes, philosophy classes for adults in Paris. So I rented an art gallery, and we gathered like 6, 8 people from all backgrounds to study philosophy. And I did that around like the evening, like 6 p.m., 8 p.m.
Yeah.
And then I thought, yeah, let's teach drawing too, because my first training was in art school, like about drawing, and I was a designer in the beginning. And then I said, yeah, let's do a company, and the company is called Arte Dia, like art, and Dia like the day.
Yeah.
And yeah, that I launched it in 2013, and I did that from 2013 to 2015 before to go to Australia. And yeah, so I had like always other activities because I'm pretty active. I like to do many things, and teaching alone, like I wanted to do something more. That was my business. And so this coin, I did it when I was in Australia. I was thinking when I go back to Paris, I will use this ASA as one dia is the name of the ASA. One dia is one lesson. So when someone wants to buy a lesson, he can stock his lesson in his wallet. And every time he comes to my lesson, he just send me back the dia. Just to count and to keep the accountants right. I thought it was just, but that's nothing to do with fame. It's not like, it's very different.
It was still your first introduction to making an ASA on Algorand standard asset.
Yeah, it was in 2019, I think, very beginning.
Yeah.
And it got verified because I sent all the documents to the foundation. So they verified the token Artedia, but I never got to use it because I was in Australia and I was planning to use it here.
Yeah. When you texted me the name of the coin, I actually read it as idea with the one dia. So it's like they give you an idea for a lesson. You know, I thought that was what you meant by it. So it's like that it was an idea token.
Oh, that's a good idea, actually.
So I thought you were like on some next level marketing there.
No. It's a dia, like the day of art. Like the day you do arts. Like the day
but because it was a philosophy and art school, it makes sense that the coin could be named idea. All right, let's get back into it. So
yeah. But now I don't know because maybe I will go back to Australia in July. So I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
So I'm not launching it anymore.
So to quote you, fame is a digital hug. Can you explain this idea?
Oh, it's not me. It's I forgot his name. It's a really nice guy from Twitter, and what's his name? He said that, and I thought, wow, that's amazing because that's exactly what was my motive, is to bring a coin that is not just a coin about money. It's about valuing others, to give value to others. And at the beginning, because I sent to 700 people, like every 700 had 10 fame. And what I wanted is the people to get 10 fame and also to give one to their best friends or to their family to make it grow organically. And also to be selective, to give it to nice people, people you really care about. And many did. And at the beginning, the fame distribution came from me, and then I wanted to be made by the community, thinking about the value of what they give to someone. Many people, like, they really did it, and the community really did it. I was so surprised, and I was amazed at how the people were generous, and sometimes too generous, because some people just gave everything, you know?
Yeah.
But some really gave it to the nice people, the right people, family, close friends. to make it grow and also to explain how it works, because
Mm.
we need to know how crypto works and how Algorand works. So
Yeah.
that's the beginning. And then when the distribution is kind of settled down a little bit, the second phase is, okay, now what do we do with the token? And I wanted to continue to reward generous people and creative people.
Yeah.
That's why we have charity challenge and art challenge.
Yeah. So to expand upon that, one thing that you do in the fame community to engage the community is you hold competitions for different types of art or community engagement. So your first one was a logo competition to create the fame logo, and then you did a voting pool and you rewarded the few winners with different amounts of fame, and then one voter gets a bit of fame, and then the charity wallet gets some of the fame too. So that I love that you're doing something like that, which people just vote with fame tokens, and it doesn't have a monetary value. So
Yeah.
the only thing I've noticed is that people are still unwilling to really use their fame for this purpose. They're a bit protective of their tokens because they think that eventually it'll be worth money. So how are you considering this conundrum when
Yeah.
when you're leading the fame project? How are you going to get people, or what are your ideas to get people more engaged in using the token to give credit to somebody else for an action rather than try to sell it for money?
Yeah, that's the main point. That's the main thing I thought about. My concept at the beginning, when I gave 10 to each, I had an idea like from two philosophers. One is Diderot and one is Condorcet, about voting processes. And usually we vote with one ticket, yes or no, or some name on the ticket. But when I thought if everybody has only 10 and I don't vote because I got more, because from the vote from the community, they decided how much I got. I got 600 and I gave 270 or 240 and I have 300 left.
Hmm.
So I don't vote, but all the communities started with the same point, 10, no matter who you are. So the fair distribution make it really good to create a voting system that is fair, because we all started with 10. And so everybody has the same power in the network, in the community at the beginning. So if you sell for money in a certain way, at the beginning, I was very like disappointed of people selling. And then I thought, it's okay, because if they sell, it means they're just flushing themselves out of the system, of the network, and they will have less power.
Yeah.
And then when they sell it to someone that maybe cares about our values of charity and creativity. But then when someone buys fame, like I don't know how, but they buy fame, they trust someone on Twitter. And then when they have like 20 or 30 or 50, what are they gonna do with it? If they're just hoarding it, it's kind of sad, because what we want to do is to promote interesting people, to reward interesting people with it.
Yeah.
It's not much the monetary value, it's the value of the people. And when you think about it, if you take a step back, what value means, what wealth means. Wealth don't mean, it's not about the token, it's not about even gold, even like the Spanish, the Spanish when they went to invade like America and they took all the gold, etc. They came back to Spain. They didn't want wealthy. They didn't become really wealthy, because if you have a lot of gold, you have coins, you have gold, but gold is not wealth. Wealth is the services that people will provide to the community. Wealth is talent. The people who has talent, they will create wealth with their art, with their work, with their investment. That's what really wealth is. So we need to promote the talent and the people, and that will bring real wealth. not just a token. I could create a 10 billion token, it has zero value. The value is from the people you give it to. If you have 10 fame, and if you do like, for instance, what you do, a nice interview with nice, interesting people for one fame, that one fame will worth a lot because your work will be inside this fame. So the whole understanding of wealth is needed to understand the value of fame. It's about the people. The wealth is in the people, in their hands, if they can create, in their hearts, in their mind, if they can think, if they can be generous. That's what wealth is. And you have to understand, and many people don't get it. They just think they need to get a lot of tokens. But if you have all the fame tokens, the value is zero.
Yeah. So if fame isn't currently monetized and has no monetary value, you've spoken about it being kind of like a ticket.
I love it.
Yeah. You've spoken about it being like a ticket or a badge or a representation that you have joined this community and contributed something. So what are some ideas you have about potential events in the future that you would like to have, or you would like to participate, or like to get going to bring the fame community together?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like the token, it has many functions. It's a cryptocurrency. Like it can be sold, and I have no control about that. Like DEXs are being built by Alex. Like you had an amazing interview with him, and I cannot stop like people from selling, obviously. So yeah, it can be sold, but it can be a voting thing, like to reward instead of sending money to someone. You can just participate in our votes to promote the interesting people in the community. And also it can be used as a token to participate in events. And that's what we want to do. And that's why we have built a team of ambassadors, fame ambassadors around the world in every city, so that we can create live challenges, like in a park or in a bar. Like if someone goes into a bar, like we do that a lot in Paris. We go into a bar and people improvise poetry, you know? And at the end, we make a vote and the winner wins something. And that could be fame, you know?
Yeah.
We can reward the best poet with fame, or the best writer, or someone that can dance in a park. Like we can create a small competition in real events. That's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
But the whole thing is that you want to go to an event with a nice person. That's the main thing. You don't want to be in an event with like people that are just talking about the price of something.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we need to have a self-improving community. And to have a self-improving community, we have to make the interesting people win these challenges. The artists and the generous people, when they win the competition, they have more fame. And every challenge, the fame goes to the nice people and the creative people.
Yeah.
At the long-term view, artists will have more fame, generous people will have more fame tokens.
Yeah.
And those are the people I want to meet in a party if I go to a party.
So I have to ask for the audience, because I know a lot of people watching this interview will want me to ask this question. If fame is listed on a DEX, how will that work? Will there be a price? Do you know the initial price? Or will it only be able to be swapped with other ASAs not tied to a price?
It will definitely have a price, because the DEX, that's how it works. And it will have a price not only in Algo, but in USDC, in everything. Like that's a DEX. A DEX, you have prices everywhere from every direction. So I didn't want fame to have a price, because that will I thought it would reduce the value of fame, because I want fame to have a symbolic value. Because when you give one, it's about the value of the people you give it to, not about the price in the exchange. But even if it has a price on the exchange, it's not such a bad thing. I came to terms with that, because The speculators, the one that just hoard, they just want to keep the fame to make money, they will sell it. And that's not a bad thing because maybe we will gain better members through the DEX. But people that are really interesting and interested into helping like charities and rewarding artists, and maybe they will buy it. And when they will want to give some recognition to some interesting person, they will use their fame into our challenges.
Yeah.
So I thought, that's okay. So then I was like praising Alex for his amazing job. Yeah, let's do it.
I think it's interesting because if you sell the fame on index, it probably will at the end of the day end up with someone who actually wants to hold it for the real reasons behind it. So even if you sell, that person probably didn't want to take part in any of the benefits that it'll give outside of monetary value. So if you want to sell it, okay, sell it, but you're not going to be able to take part in the other things that are really happening.
Exactly. That's it will kind of flush out the speculators, and I don't want them because fame is not about money really.
And because it's only 10,000 tokens, if they even want to stay, let's say, I don't know if this is true, but let's say you need at least one fame token to be represented in the fame community, which you do. So the maximum, you can split it into micro fame, like less than one fame, but just for this example, let's say you need one full fame, then the maximum amount of people who can have them are 10,000. So after
not even 10,000, 8,000, because 2,000 are the reserves. The 2,000, they will never be touched.
So 8,000 of them are the max. So the maximum amount of people who can hold one full fame are 8,000. So it's not like the liquidity of fame can get that far.
Yeah.
There's only so much it can spread, which I think is a good thing.
Yeah. Because it's kind of, it's open to everyone. Everyone can come in. You don't need any fame to participate in any of our challenge. Real one, like face-to-face or online. Anyone can come with zero fame, zero algo, and participate and earn fame by doing something good. Like now we are doing the improve your neighborhood. If someone contacts me and shows the community how he makes his neighborhood a better place by any way, and he can earn fame. So, and then when he earns it, he is a very valuable person to me and to the community. And we want him to get fame, and we want to talk to him. We want to meet him. And anyone can get fame, but the fame token won't end up in the hands of everybody.
It can't.
It started with the pioneers of the Algorand community. That was very small, just 1,000 people. That's why I did 10,000 to give 10 each. But at the end, it will be maybe like 8,000 in 10 years.
Yeah.
And that's the 8,000. I want them to be very interesting. And everybody wants to meet interesting people.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit more about the current competition going on, which is Improve Your Neighborhood. Can you share with us a little more so you can, maybe get a few more people involved?
Yeah, like there are two kind of challenges, like arts, like the logo, the music, dancing, and the charity, like the give food or grow food, with the Nigerian farm. I loved it. Like I talked to Kinsley from the beginning when he was one of the first to receive fame, and like to go through the process, like in Nigeria, in his situation and all the problems. And I learned so much about his experience through him. And I want to learn also from the people. I want to be inspired by the people from the community. And now we have Dane with his family. Like he's been helping his neighborhood for a long time before. And he told me about it. And I thought, yeah, that's amazing. We should inspire people how to help the community, how to help the people around, help the neighborhood. And I thought we can do challenges, charity challenges that are inspired by the people of the community.
Mm-hmm.
So I told him, yeah, let's do one about improve your neighborhood. And then another one came in, and now we have 2 participants for improve your neighborhood, but anyone can participate. And there is a third one coming actually. And we will start the vote maybe in 2 days. And for 1 week, people can vote for the project they like the best. And for instance, if Dan has like 10 fame, the second one has 5, etc., we have a ranking. So we take all the fame in the pool, and we redistribute them. Like the first one gets 50%, the second gets 20%, the third gets 10%, and then 10% for a voter, because I try to incentivize people to vote. So there is one lucky voter that gets 10%, and try to bring people to participate, to do inspiring thing and to be inspired. That's the project. And also about art is the same.
And I think people need to know that even to enter this competition, there's no criteria or no minimum.
Yeah, anyone.
It's really anyone. If you want to go, pick up a few pieces of trash around your neighborhood, go ahead, and then
Exactly.
tell Bilal and get in. It's just little things like that. Which it's sure you could do it for the fame, but you're also doing it and helping your community. So
it's real.
Art, you're developing your talent, you're spreading joy. It's really just it's a win-win, and it's not just get the token, wait, and then trade it like every other token.
Yeah. And people just need to contact me anywhere, like on Twitter or anywhere, and just tell me, like, yeah, I want to improve my neighborhood, here is my idea.
Yeah.
And we together, I create a channel for him to document his project, so that people can go into our Discord and to have a look and to learn. I can do that too. Why I don't help my neighborhood? Why maybe I could do it. Or maybe I have an idea. I can tell Bilal to create a new challenge, a charity challenge that I didn't think about.
Yeah.
And I will add it to the calendar. And here we go for 10 years. That's a long-term thing.
Could keep going.
I'm not going to stop. That's for sure.
Good. So I got one last question for you. So fame has to be carried by the community. Eventually, you won't, if it grows large enough and to the point that we all want to see it grow to, you won't be able to do it all on your own. And also it shouldn't be all you, because it should be a decentralized system that you should not have everyone shouldn't be turning to you for answers. So how can we, the community, help grow fame in the best way, and in the way that will make it most balanced and most inclusive for everybody? How can we help?
Yeah, you're exactly right. The main thing is to make it decentralized. So there are 2 main ways. The first way is to follow and to contact the ambassadors. We have like 20 ambassadors around the world. And you just need to contact your ambassador in New York, Los Angeles, France, in Tokyo, in Australia, everywhere. And you contact them, and they will start to run local challenges where you can earn fame. That's very important, like real ones.
Gotcha.
After the COVID restrictions.
Yeah.
And I need to be able to disappear. Like if I disappear, the ambassador should be able to take care of the whole project.
Yeah.
And even the reserves, the 2,000 reserves, I'm working now on how to make it a DAO, to make it completely decentralized, and to let to put the 2,000 in an escrow and to be distributed slowly. So I don't need to manage the key anymore. The ambassadors can manage the key, or something like that. And that's why we have the conversation on the governance in the Discord. And I invite everybody to come to bring ideas. And I'm open to many ideas.
And it's still such a new thing that it's probably too early for you to step back like that. But
Yeah.
you know, a few months down the line, maybe next year, there will actually be legitimate DAO protocols launching on Algorand specifically for things like this, where you can integrate DAO protocol into a
But we
token.
can do it. In Fame, we are meant to be decentralized, really.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why also I distributed all the tokens.
But it's
And
difficult without the smart contracts in place.
yeah, we can do that. I am in contact with program like devs that can do that. It's not
Yeah.
a big deal. It's just the choice of the community on the governance. That's not the hardest part. Like the hardest part is to bring the community around values.
Yeah.
We need people to get really serious about helping and about creating. Helping and creating. That's the hardest part.
Yeah.
People get lazy. I got lazy too, but we shouldn't, because we can really make a difference in our neighborhood, in our local neighborhood, and inspire people in the opposite part of the world.
Yeah.
Well, like Kinsley, like in the Nigerian farm, was so inspiring. We were just talking, and we started talking about growing food, and he bought the land, like
Mm-hmm.
he bought the land himself, and he bought the seeds, and we helped them to buy more seeds and to create. And some farmers from Australia, from the US, helped him how to grow, to teach him how to grow tomatoes. He didn't know. And that's what I love about the project. To me, he's an example, a leader to follow. Like how what I mean by fame is he is exactly what I mean by fame.
Yeah, people pulling together for the Nigerian farm project was really, really cool to see. And if any viewer wants more info on that, you should join the Discord and check out that channel and read up on it, because there was some pretty amazing collaboration happening there.
Yeah.
Bilal, thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you on AlgoHQ. You're welcome back anytime. And yeah, thank you again.
You're welcome. Talk soon, my friend.
You too.